Hello everybody, welcome to JV's channel. And today's video is not about an English lesson. So if you are here looking forward for an English lesson, my students, this is not for you. Well, this video is for you if you are looking forward to take a TOEFL certification, if you are planning to move abroad, teach in English, and thirdly, if you belong to a country falls into the category of non-English speaking country, then this video is for you. I've been asking a hell lot of questions on how are the job scenario for an English teacher who has done a TOEFL course and belongs to a non-native speaking country. For example, like India or Philippines. Well, this video I hope would clarify some of your doubt, and here are some factors that determine your job prospects. Number one is the passport you have. Well, passports play a very important role than the grade in your TOEFL certification if you are a non-native English speaker teacher, an ESL teacher of course. Well, the reason is there's so many visa regulations that happen. If you wanted to teach abroad. For example, in India, the Indian government do not issue a work visa for a foreign English teacher here. All they can do here is come in a student visa, or they could come here as a voluntary program. So the same applies when you apply for a English teacher position abroad. You know, some of the countries have different regulations. For example, if you take the case of Middle East, the Middle Eastern countries like Qatar, Oman, Saudi Arabia, these countries very much look forward for English teachers, but they wanted a B.Ed or a Bachelor in English degree as the bachelor's. And the prospects of getting a job in these countries is very minute. So make that as a point and plan very carefully. So get a B.Ed degree and then do a TOEFL job to get a job in the Middle Eastern countries. Well, there's also more fluctuation in the case of Southeastern countries. Like earlier, they were accepting Indian teachers, but now they have becoming and very selective on hiring English teachers. So some of the companies or organizations would basically employ you as a volunteer. So you could go there as a volunteer, and it could be a paid volunteership or non-paid, but it depends upon the organization you're going to enroll for. And other prospect is that other countries which are going to accept you is Japan. I've seen many Indian teachers who go to Japan to teach English. So Japan is kind of like a friendly country for English teachers, and the other countries are, of course, the South American countries. Yeah, you get opportunities there. The best plan you can do is get a B.Ed degree or get a degree in English as a bachelor's and then do a TOEFL course, which is going to make your prospects more stronger. The second factor that is going to determine you is the CV. If you are a native speaker, then half of your job is done. You could do a TOEFL course from anywhere, and you could just start applying online. But if you are a non-native speaker, your CV plays a very important role. By that I mean, you shouldn't be risking to take any mistake on your CV. Your CV should be exactly perfect. That means no lexical errors, no grammatical errors, no spelling errors. If you have any one of these, you are definitely not gonna back that job. So be careful about your CV. The third factor is about where you're gonna do your TOEFL course. As I told you earlier in my videos that I always recommend in-classroom training, and I always feel there are two institutions or educational bodies that's gonna give you the best of best experience in a TOEFL program. One is Cambridge Sultan letter, and the other one is written research as well. So if you have any one of these from these as your TOEFL certification, you could definitely get a good job. So the last point that I wanted to stress out is about your proficiency of English level and also about your accent. You need to be really proficient in your language. It's not about just knowing the language. You need to know how to render it to your students. You need to be perfect because you're going to compete with the native speakers, and it is not an easy task at all. So you need to be at the top of your level, and the interview has to go perfect, and the recruiter has to feel that you are almost in par with the native speaker. For that, one important thing you could do is to improve your accent. Most of the companies would specify in some cases that you should have a neutral accent. By a neutral accent, I mean that an accent which does not give a clue about where you belong to the specific part of a country. For example, if you take the example of a UK or British English, British English falls into different accents. You have the Cockney accent, you have the received pronunciation accent, falls very much near to a neutral accent. That means that the accent in which news reporters follow, like in case of a BBC News or any news reporting platform, you could always find out neutral accents. You cannot identify where the reporter is from. English is understood by everybody in the country. Similarly, in case of American English, you have the General American English, which is a neutral accent. But apart from that, you have many accents like the Midlands, Southern accent, the New York accent. But a reporter always speaks in a neutral accent. Give a notch of neutral accent to your way of speaking. That could really help you out. So these are the 5 factors that is ultimately gonna result in your job placement or in your process of finding a job in a foreign country. So if you can make all these 5 factors fall into places, you could definitely get a job. But just don't do a TOEFL course in just search of a job without a BEd or a bachelor's in English degree for non-native speakers if you are going to travel abroad. So that is my point. So apart from that, you could always teach online. Then you could do home tutoring. You could teach IELTS, which is a separate stream of English. It's all about training students to pass an English proficiency exam to migrate and learn abroad. So there are many institutions in India and other parts of the world which is looking for TOEFL graduates to be IELTS trainers. You could do that. But if you're gonna look for a company or institute or university job abroad as an English teacher, it's always best to have a bachelor's in education or English degree. Thank you so much. I hope this video has cleared your doubt. There have been lots of doubt regarding this. If you really think this video is helpful, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like button. I'll be bringing up more videos on TOEFL, English learning and travel. Thank you. See you again. Bye.